Ladies and gentlemen, every day we carry the weight of thoughts that no one sees, emotions that never make it to the surface, and battles that rage silently within us. We walk through life wearing smiles, masks, and roles, while deep inside there is a constant struggle to stay afloat. Awareness of mental health has increased in the world. We read about anxiety, depression, emotional burnout, and trauma. We share quotes, repost mental health advice, and nod in agreement when someone talks about inner peace. But the truth is, awareness without action is like a seed never planted. It holds the potential of growth, but not the reality of it. In order to truly empower ourselves and those around us, we must turn this awareness into intentional action. Life is not about denying your suffering, nor is it about escaping it. It is about facing it, understanding it, and transforming it. When we observe the mind, we begin to realize that suffering arises not just from what happens to us, but from how we respond to it. The mind is not the enemy, it is a tool. But like any tool, if left unchecked, it can become a source of damage. Imagine carrying a sword without learning how to use it. It is not the sword that is dangerous, it is the lack of discipline behind. In the same way, our thoughts, emotions, and memories are not our downfall. They only become so when we refuse to train our inner world. The first step toward action is stillness. It may sound paradoxical, but in stillness we begin to hear the noise we've been drowning in. True silence is not the absence of sound, it is the clarity that emerges when we stop escaping. Sit with yourself, close your eyes, breathe, allow the mind to speak without reacting. Observe what it says. This is not weakness, this is discipline, this is courage. In that silence, you might hear the buried voice of your inner child, the pain of your past, the regrets you've refused to face. Let them come, let them speak, because healing only begins where honesty exists. But awareness alone is incomplete. You must move, you must rise. For some, action means reaching out, asking for help, seeing a therapist, talking to a friend. For others, it means setting boundaries, ending toxic habits, saying no when it's easier to stay silent. Mental health is not just about surviving the storm. It is about learning to dance in the rain, even if your steps are shaky. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. Let us remember, growth does not come from comfort. Every wound you carry has shaped the way you see the world. But you are not your wound. You are the warrior who lived through it. Let go of the need to be seen as strong. Real strength is not in suppressing your pain, it is in facing it with grace. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to rest, rest, but don't abandon yourself in the process. The world will offer distractions, but none will bring you peace until you come home to yourself. Mental health empowerment is not a slogan, it is a practice. Like the training of the body, the training of the mind requires consistency. Daily rituals that reconnect you with your inner self are not optional, they are essential. Wake up and breathe with awareness. Move your body. Sit in silence. Reflect. Ask yourself not what the world wants from you, but what your soul is calling for. The answers are within, but they speak softly. You must slow down to hear them. We live in an age of comparison. Social media tells us who is winning, who is happy, who has it all figured out. But much of what you see is illusion. Behind perfect photos are imperfect lives. Do not measure your worth by someone else's highlight reel. Your journey is sacred. Your path is your own. The question is not how fast you are healing, but whether you are walking the right direction. Are your actions aligned with your truth, or are you performing strength for the world while breaking in silence? You were not born to be a prisoner of your mind. But freedom does not come from escape. It comes from awareness followed by deliberate steps. Start small. One step, one habit, one decision at a time. Wake up and drink water. Take a walk without your phone. Write your thoughts before bed. Replace criticism with compassion, self-hate with patience. These are not just wellness tips, they are acts of rebellion against the chaos within. To empower mental health is to take responsibility, not blame. Responsibility. You are not at fault for the pain you've experienced, but you are responsible for your healing. No one will do the work for you. The world can guide, support, and inspire you, but the journey is yours. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait to be fully ready. The path reveals itself as you walk it. Pain does not go away by being ignored. It becomes louder, sharper, and more destructive. But when faced with presence and compassion, pain becomes the portal to transformation. Everything you've been through, every sleepless night, every silent breakdown, Every anxious thought has prepared you for this moment. You are not weak for needing help. You are wise for recognizing it. True warriors do not fight alone. They build inner strength and seek outer support. Both are necessary. Both are powerful. Let us reframe what mental health means. It is not about being happy all the time. It is about being real. It is not about smiling when you're breaking inside. It is about allowing yourself to feel, process, and rise. The goal is not perfection, it is presence. Can you be here in this moment without judgment? Can you accept that some days will be heavy and still choose to move gently forward? That is power. That is resilience. In silence, you will meet yourself. In pain, you will grow roots, and in action, you will rise. Awareness is the mirror. Action is the movement. One without the other is incomplete. There are people around you right now suffering in silence. You might be one of them. Don't wait for someone to know. Yours is either speak, move, act. Your life is not a performance. It is a practice. Practice peace. Practice courage. Practice showing up for yourself even when the world doesn't understand. Empowerment is not given. It is claimed. It is the quiet decision to keep going, to believe in the possibility of change, and to do the uncomfortable work of healing. If you are tired, take rest, not retreat. If you feel lost, pause, not quit. Let your awareness guide you like a compass, but let your action build a path, step by step by step. Breath by breath, you are not alone. Every person you meet is carrying something unseen. Choose kindness, not just for others, but for yourself. This world doesn't need more perfection, it needs more presence. It needs people who are willing to be honest, vulnerable, and real. The kind of people who show others that it's okay to struggle and powerful to rise. Mental health empowerment is a revolution, not out there, but within. It starts the moment you say, I deserve to heal. It grows when you commit, I will take one small step today. And it becomes unstoppable when you realize, I am not my pain, I am the one transforming it. That is the path, that is the practice, that is the power of turning awareness into action.